Whether you have a hole in your roof or you're missing a single shingle, you know who to call in Republic. It's Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing. Give them a call at 869-0444 or find them online at absoluteroofers.com.
Sometimes you don't know you need a doctor until you need one right away. Meet the team at Cox Health Orthopedic and Sports Injury Walk-In Clinic. Our experts can treat fractures, sprains, dislocations, and other action-related injuries in all ages. Open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5:30 with no appointment needed. Call 417-875-3800 for more information.
When you're looking to buy or sell a home in Republic, you want someone who knows this market and who also knows marketing. You want the team at Sue Carter Real Estate Group. Sue's been helping families with their real estate needs here in Republic for 15 years, and she's assembled Republic's biggest and best team of real estate professionals. They're innovative, hardworking, and committed to helping you. Whether you're buying or selling, put them on your team. The Sue Carter Real Estate Group. It's about home.
Hey now, Cracker Jack Shack, Cracker Jack Shack, we've got your back. Hey now, Cracker Jack Shack, custom t-shirts, polos and caps. Cracker Jack Shack, we've got your back. Printing and stitching, hey, that's our knack. Coffee mugs, pins, frisbees and more. Cracker Jack Shack, your promotional store. Creative ideas, and that's a fact. Always on time and right on track. Cracker Jack Shack, we've got your back. Cracker Jack Shack.
Mid-Missouri Bank is proud to support Republic Athletics. Bank better with Mid-Missouri Bank at our Republic location or on the go with our free mobile apps and easy online banking. Even get your Tiger Athletics Mid-Missouri Bank debit card with no wait at any of our 14 locations. Mid-Missouri Bank. Live, work, play, bank. And of course, go Tigers! Mid-Missouri Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
With the new year comes the most advanced, strongest Silverado ever. This is Abby Pinniger Rose, and we would like to introduce you to the all-new 2019 Silverado at Pinniger Chevrolet. Whether you are an experienced hauler or joining the Silverado family for the first time, with 8 distinct trims, we will find the truck that's right for you. This Silverado is built on the legacy of the most dependable, longest-lasting full-size trucks on the road. Let our family take care of yours. Find new roads in Republic or online at PinnigerChevrolet.com.
Well, welcome to Republic Tigers basketball from Chanute, Kansas. Third place game of the Ralph Miller Classic. And this should be a good one as the Tigers will take on Chanute, the Blue Comets. So it'll be a home game atmosphere for Chanute after they won their game last night. Or rather, they lost. They won their first game, lost yesterday to Olathe North in the semifinal. And that's how they ended up in the third place game here against Republic. Finals will be Olathe North against Andover Central, the team that beat Republic yesterday in their semifinal. Band playing across the way. You can see we're set up kind of in the corner, so opposite corner from us is the Chanute Band, and they'll be playing all night. Republic's bench is right in front of us on our end, and they're shooting down on the opposite end to start the first half, and then in the second half they'll be shooting down on this end. Lady Tigers won today. They beat Springfield Catholic, and it was a big second half for the Lady Tigers. They trailed at halftime and ended up winning by double digits. Held Catholic to only 12 points in the second half and only 3 in the fourth quarter. Outscored them something like 15-3, something like that in the fourth quarter. So good finish for the Lady Tigers, and they go 2-1 at the Nixa Invitational. The Republic lost last night to Nixa in that Nixa Invitational. Only made 1 3-pointer all night and lost by double digits in that one. So not a good night for them there. Olathe East was their opponent on Friday night, and they got a win in that one. That was a defensive battle. Won that one 40-35, so they scored 40 that night, and then they scored 33, I believe, against Nixa in a loss on Friday night before turning it around and winning today against Springfield Catholic. So 2-1 for them in the Nixa Invitational, and the Tigers will try to go 2-1 here at the Ralph Miller Classic as they take on Chanute. Last night, Tigers led early, but then things kind of slipped away. Played well in the fourth quarter to get it close again, but got it down to 11. But really, it was a lot bigger than that midway through the fourth quarter. It was actually 16-15 Tigers at the end of the first quarter last night. And I think they led 16-10, and then some calls went against them and seemed to go against them for a while after that. But that really turned it around. That 16-10 was the high water mark, and then Andover Central started hitting shots. They ended up making 10 3-pointers. No, the Tigers made 10. Andover Central made 13, so 23 3-pointers between the two teams last night, and it was a real display of outside shooting. And Brock Smith had a big game, 28 points for Brock Smith, 21 for Drew McMillan, but nobody else had more than 5. So the Tigers will try to find some more balanced scoring tonight, and they'll need more sources of points if they're going to be successful as the COC season picks up again next week. I want to thank Absolute Roofing for sponsoring our pregame show. They sponsor boys and girls pregame shows all season long, and they have pretty much since we started broadcasting. So thanks to Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing for their longtime support of Republic Tiger Sports, especially the basketball pregame shows for all of our broadcasts. And we're going to have national anthem and introductions, and we'll let you watch that and get a taste of the atmosphere here. Pretty good crowd here in Chanute. And, of course, like I said, it is a home game. They've got the flag that lowers down out of the ceiling, which is kind of cool. And in previous games in the tournament, they've had students singing the national anthem at pretty much every game I've seen where they've performed it. So we will pause when they get to that. They also, apparently there's a legal requirement they have everyone look at the exits. It's like flying on an airplane, going to a basketball game in Kansas.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and remove your hats and face the flag as the Blue Condiment Band plays our Star Spangled Banner
So we'll watch introductions as well. And they've been doing alternating introductions. So start with the Tigers and then go back and forth between the players rather than doing one team all at once. But kind of cool, they've got the students lining the court. And you'll see how they deal with that as the introductions are made. So 4 seniors in the starting lineup for Chanute. And the tallest among them, Ty Bowman at 6'5". He's a junior, the only non-senior in the starting lineup. Same starting 5 for the Tigers as last night. Looney, Rackley, McMillan, Duval, and Brock Smith. Brock Smith controls the tip, and we are underway. Third place game of the Ralph Miller Classic here in Chanute. McMillan passed up a 3 and drove baseline. Is going to go all the way under the basket and hit Rackley, whose 3 is off to the right a little bit. Missed it, and an offensive board by Ty Bowman, 6'5" junior. Drive, push off, no call. Now a step and a jump stop inside. And they reverse it to Michael Alward. Solid man-to-man defense by the Tigers. Into the lane, nowhere to go for Alward. Now a pull-up jumper in the lane is no good. And Brock Smith with the board. Still no score, 1 minute into this one from Chanute. Smith, a 3 is good. Splashed it home, Brock Smith. And it's 3-0 Tigers. Chanute being patient and having a little bit of a problem figuring out how to attack this defense. And there, a little spin in the lane by Bowman puts Chanute on the board. It's 3-2. Smith, pull-up jumper is good. Nothing but net. Took a little jab step forward, and then he pulled back and hit the shot. Whistle and I guess a foul called against Republic. Jaden Duval picks up the foul. Chanute inbounds on the baseline. Top of the key, driving and trying to dish it across the lane to Bowman, knocked out of bounds. That was Corbett Kimberlin, the 6-foot senior, who tried to find Bowman. Couldn't do it. Good hands by the Tiger defense. They lob it all the way up top, and falling down but maintaining possession is Michael Howard. That was a good play. First to get a hand on it, and then to get it back. Down the lane, and a foul called against Drew McMillan. First foul on McMillan. First free throw no good by Mason Manbeck. He's a 5'10 senior. He'll have one more. And he missed them both. Rackley with the board. Three by McMillan is no good off the back iron, but Rackley there to put it back in, and it goes in. Trent Rackley got the weak side rebound, went up strong. 7-2 Republic. Manbeck takes it to the free throw line, guarded by McMillan. And then to Audis. Audis back to Manbeck. And to Audis. Audis guarded by Looney. Dishes out on the wing on the far side. Drive to the block, and a jumper is blocked. Rackley and Smith both there. I'm not sure which one of them got the hand on it. Smith now takes it down the lane, pulls up, and a charge called, and they are going to wave off the basket. And look at it again. I'm pretty sure that, well, replay was not ready to go, so not going to watch it again, but I believe Smith just went straight up and came straight down, and the rest was a little bit of an acting job there. 7-2 Tigers. And there's a foul by Rackley on the shot, and that was a foul as he reached in. And the shot's good, so a chance for a three-point play. Can't really complain about that one. I think he got him on the arm. Left-handed free throw up and good by Bowman. So he's got all five. And then it's 7-5 Republic. Duval takes the jumper and rolls all the way around and couldn't go. Did everything but go down. Under 4 left to go in the first quarter. I'll give you the time as well as I can. I know it's not on the screen, but I'm blocked from where I'm standing. I can't really see either clock either. So I got to kind of move around to see exactly what all the numbers are on the far end. The standard that holds the bucket is right down, intersecting a couple of the numbers. Right wing Manbeck looks inside to Bowman. Bowman up top. Three is no good. Ball is tipped, and Brock Smith loses it. Out of bounds, back to Republic. Went off the foot of Corbett Kimberlin. .312 left in the first quarter. Tigers clinging to a 2-point lead. Looney drives around his man. Has his shot blocked from behind. And here comes Chanute. No call as Duval went to the floor. Ball is tipped. And Duval comes away with it and then threw it away. Got a little rushed there and tried to do too much. And the three up and good by Ty Bowman. So Bowman hits the three and it's 8-7. Rackley thinks about a three, throws it to McMillan, then Duval. Now to Smith in the lane. Good defense, puts up the shot, no good. And 2 free throws coming up for Brock Smith. First foul called against Chanute. 5.5 minutes into the game. And it's on Bowman. Smith's first free throw is good. Just snuck over the front of the rim. So Smith with 6. And make it 7. That's 9-8 Tigers. Nate Audis checks back in for the Blue Comets. Kimberlin brings it up against Duval. Now to Braden Frederick on near side. A three up by Garrett Allman is no good. And Rackley with the rebound. Looney hands it at the top of the key to Smith, who left his shot short. And a rebound to the Blue Comets. Quick three at the other end, no good. And run over from behind, Race Looney. Foul called against Chanute. I thought there might have been a foul called before that. But Allman commits it, and second team foul on Chanute. Joe Rexroth checks in for Republic, and Jaden Duval checks out. And McMillan run over. He tried to catch the pass, and a turnover by the Tigers. Down at the other end, they cut off the baseline. Chanute has to throw it up top to Kimberlin. Reset. Lob it in the lane. Jump stop. Ball knocked away. Foul called against Brock Smith. And second foul on Smith with 1:28 left in the first quarter. Duval will check back in for him, and Tim Brown not very happy. First free throw, no good. I'm a long way up here, but I think I saw a pretty strong eye roll going on down there after a conversation with the official. And now we've got some confusion about what's going on the floor. So they're at the scorer's table trying to figure out what's happening. Now they were going to let him shoot. I don't know what was that about, but another free throw coming up on the way is good for Braden Frederick. So Frederick made one. It's 9-9, and a foul at the other end. Allman commits his second foul, and so he will sit down, and Michael Elward will check in. Inbound to Rackley and now to Looney. Duval took a dribble, then threw it back out to Rexroth. And to a little over a minute left in the first quarter. McMillan drives, pulls up, too long. Rebound to Chanute. Outlet pass to Kimberlin across the timeline. Picked up by Duval. Duval tried to knock the ball away, couldn't get to it. Down to 54 seconds left. Tied at 9. Into the lane, jump stop, shot is short, and rebound to the Tigers. Rackley brought it out of there and gave it to McMillan. McMillan on the run. And Looney pulls it back on the dribble and slows things down a little bit. Fast-moving first quarter, not a lot of pauses in the action. Tigers will hold it for one shot, down under 20 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Tied at 9. Rackley takes a three, and it rattled around, wouldn't go. About 3 seconds left. Chanute will try and get it up court for a shot from half court. It is up and no good. Off the backboard. And we go to the second quarter, tied at 9. Hetty Barbecue Company is home to great barbecue, including the famous Pig Nasty Sandwich. Go in and check them out or call them for takeout at 732-4BBQ. State Farm Insurance is there anytime, anywhere you need it with helpful advice and award-winning service. In Republic, call Chris Yoakum at 732-1463 or go online at chrisyoakum.com and get to a better state. Did you know Heinz Street Pharmacy will deliver prescriptions right to your door, or that they can often save you money compared to what you're paying at the big box pharmacies? Heinz Street Pharmacy. Experience the hometown difference. And Indie Day is a great day to send flowers, and Valentine's Day is coming up. Heaven Sent Flowers and Gifts has been your local florist in Republic since 1987, offering free local delivery. Call them at 732-1334 or go online to heavenssentflowers.com. And when you're looking to buy or sell a home in Republic, you want someone who knows this market and who also knows marketing. You want the team at Sue Carter Real Estate Group. Innovative, hardworking, and committed to helping you. The Sue Carter Real Estate Group. It's about home. So second quarter underway. Chanute gets the ball first. Tied at 9. Kimberlin throws it near side to Manbeck. They lob it down low, tried to hit Bowman. Went out of bounds. Rackley hits Looney. Looney spins in the lane, puts up a jumper, and it rattles down. So Race Looney's first points. And it is 11-9 Tigers. Shot fake in the corner. Ball is tipped. Rexroth tried to save it in off of a Chanute player. Missed him, but Looney ended up with the ball. Spin in the lane, and Looney couldn't finish. Too strong. That was a great move to get the shot, but then he just missed the shot. Down low, Bowman has it. Looney goes flying, no whistle. And Chanute resets. Lob it down to Bowman again. Guarded by Looney. Reach in by Duval. Bowman goes in the lane rather, missed the shot. Good defense by the Tigers. Tigers with the rebound. Looney down the lane again. Now to Rexroth, free throw line jumper, no good. Jump stop in the lane, shot is up and good, and a foul called on Duval. And there with his arms in the air. And you can see Tim Brown down there saying, hey, he didn't do anything. But that got the crowd fired up over on the other side, student section for Chanute. And a chance for a three-point play. So Kimberlin steps to the line. Tough break for Jaden Duval. Free throw good. And Chanute takes the lead, 12-11. A little over 6 minutes left to go in the quarter. And a foul at the other end on the floor. First foul on Manbeck. Fourth team foul on Chanute. Blue Comets in a man-to-man defense. they are really all over McMillan. Throws it out to Buxton, whose three is good. So Cole Buxton hits the three and quiets the crowd a little bit. It's 14-12 Tigers. Three at the other end is good. Chanute answers. And that was Nate Audis. So a pair of threes after a low-scoring first 10 minutes of action. Looney in the lane. Rises up and hits the jumper. Buxton inside. Thought it was a double dribble. Now they call a foul. The other official on the other side was going to call something else. Tim Brown not. Side of the court was ready to walk the other way, but instead we had a foul. And free throws for Fredrickson, or rather Frederick, and he hits the first one. So we're tied at 16. And that one is short, falls off the side of the rim. So we're tied. Looney fires it to Rexroth. He's going to drive in, lay it up, missed the shot, got his own rebound, powers it up, couldn't follow, but he got fouled. Nate Wolford about to check in for Republic. First one good by Rexroth. First point of the night for Rexroth. Rexroth makes them both. And the Tigers take a 2-point lead, 18-16. Quick three is short, long rebound, and Buxton actually accidentally tripped one of the players for Chanute, and Chanute wanted a foul, no whistle. Chanute ends up with the ball. Pull-up jumper is good in the lane by Braden Frederick. And we're tied, 18 apiece. 4:25 left in the second quarter. Another three, this one by Trent Rackley. First points of the quarter for Rackley, he's got 5. And a baseline jumper at the other end as Kimberlin answers. Rexroth to Wolford, back to Rexroth. McMillan, I don't even know if McMillan's gotten a three off yet. Rackley's open though, and he'll take it, and no good. Chanute with the board. Trailing by 1 with 3:35 left in the half. Into the lane. Now back up top, a three up by Audis. Off the back iron, no good. Buxton with the rebound. McMillan lobbed it down low to Wolford, and Wolford had it knocked away. And poked away from behind, but Chanute ends up back with it. And a reach-in foul called against the Tigers. That's going to be on Wolford. Eighth team foul on Republic. 5 on Chanute, and Kimberlin at the line. 7 points now for Kimberlin as he makes them both. And Chanute takes the lead. Brock Smith on the bench with 2 fouls for Republic. Ball out of bounds, and it'll go back to Chanute as Looney lost the handle. Smith had 7 points before he went out. Spin move by Kimberlin in the lane, left it short, ball tipped around, and Rackley comes away with it. Throws it to Rexroth, and he's going to push it up the court. Across the lane to Wolford. Nice look. And a nice finish by Wolford. So Republic takes the lead back. 23-22. Three from the far side is good. Nothing but net for Nate Audis. Second three of the quarter. And it's 25-23. 2 minutes exactly left in the half. Open three for Rexroth. Too long. 1:43 left in the half. And the ball knocked away by Rexroth, and he leaps over the scorer's table to try. It's a good hustle by Joe Rexroth. 1:33 left, and Chanute has the ball in the half court, leading by 2. Down the lane, walk. Yep, took an extra step. Didn't know if that was going to be the call when the whistle blew, but I was thinking that's what it should be. And it turned out, yep, it was. Here comes McMillan back in. So McMillan had a brief rest while Wolford was in there. And now it's McMillan, Buxton, Rexroth, Rackley, and Looney. Again, they've done a good job defensively on McMillan. Hasn't been able to get free. Taken 1 or 2 shots inside as he drove, but hasn't been able to take a jumper. He's going to drive around his man, cut off, throws it back out to Buxton. Down to 45 left. And they may just hold it for 1 shot at this point, heading into halftime. Gold Medal Gym's halftime show coming up when the quarter ends. 30 seconds left in the second quarter. I think the Tigers are content to be down 25-23 in a timeout called by, so Tim Brown calls the timeout and he's going to send Brock Smith back in. I was going to say they might be content to just it and run the clock with Smith on the bench, but they got it down to 20 seconds left, and now they'll get the offensive weapon Brock Smith back on the floor with a chance to tie it up or maybe even give the Tigers the lead going into halftime. When you need a plumber, you usually need one fast, and you want one who'll do the job right. In Republic, that's Far Better Plumbing. Call them 864-8703 or find them online at farbetterplumbing.com. And every insurance company hopes you drive safely, but Allstate helps you drive safely with DriveWise. Contact Agent Jesse Pritchett in Republic to learn more. Go down to 17 seconds left in the quarter. Looney takes it baseline. Here comes Smith around a pick. He got fouled. No call. May have flopped a little bit as well. And then shot is missed. A wild one-handed shot by McMillan. And no good. And that brings us to halftime. And it was kind of crazy. But the Blue Comets take a 25-23 lead into halftime. So the Tigers within 2, despite having Brock Smith on the bench for much of the first half. We'll see if they can climb out of this small hole after halftime is over. Pep band in there, and they've got a little three-point contest that they do here at halftime. They will just basically let people line up and shoot shots, and the first one to make a shot gets a gift certificate, and the second one gets a smaller gift certificate. So that's the halftime festivities here at Chanute. And I don't know if that's just for this tournament or if that's just what they usually do. So we're going to take a break and be back with the Gold Medal Gyms halftime show after this timeout.
Whether you have a hole in your roof or you're missing a single shingle, you know who to call in Republic. It's Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing. Give them a call at 869-0444 or find them online at absoluteroofers.com.
Sometimes you don't know you need a doctor until you need one right away. Meet the team at Cox Health Orthopedic and Sports Injury Walk-In Clinic. Our experts can treat fractures, sprains, dislocations, and other action-related injuries in all ages. Open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5:30 with no appointment needed. Call 417-875-3800 for more information.
When you're looking to buy or sell a home in Republic, you want someone who knows this market and who also knows marketing. You want the team at Sue Carter Real Estate Group. Sue's been helping families with their real estate needs here in Republic for 15 years, and she's assembled Republic's biggest and best team of real estate professionals. They're innovative, hardworking, and committed to helping you. Whether you're buying or selling, put them on your team. The Sue Carter Real Estate Group. It's about home.
Hey now, Cracker Jack Shack, Cracker Jack Shack, we've got your back. Hey now, Cracker Jack Shack, custom t-shirts, polos and caps. Cracker Jack Shack, we've got your back. Printing and stitching, hey, that's our knack. Coffee mugs, pins, frisbees and more. Cracker Jack Shack, your promotional store. Creative ideas, and that's a fact. Always on time and right on track. Cracker Jack Shack, we've got your back. Cracker Jack Shack.
Mid-Missouri Bank is proud to support Republic Athletics. Bank better with Mid-Missouri Bank at our Republic location or on the go with our free mobile apps and easy online banking. Even get your Tiger Athletics Mid-Missouri Bank debit card with no wait at any of our 14 locations. Mid-Missouri Bank. Live, work, play, bank. And of course, go Tigers! Mid-Missouri Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
With the new year comes the most advanced, strongest Silverado ever. This is Abby Pinniger Rose, and we would like to introduce you to the all-new 2019 Silverado at Pinniger Chevrolet. Whether you are an experienced hauler or joining the Silverado family for the first time, with 8 distinct trims, we will find the truck that's right for you. This Silverado is built on the legacy of the most dependable, longest-lasting full-size trucks on the road. Let our family take care of yours. Find new roads in Republic or online at PinnigerChevrolet.com.
Welcome back to Chanute and the Gold Medal Gyms halftime show. As the Tigers trail at halftime, 25-23 against the host, Chanute Blue Comets. I will hand it to these Kansas schools. They do have some good nicknames. The Blue Comets. There's Coffeyville, where it was the Golden Tornadoes, the first opponent for the Tigers. And then you've got your standard Olathe North Eagles, Leavenworth Pioneers, Goddard Lions, Emporia Spartans, and Andover Central Jaguars. But Blue Comets and Golden Tornadoes, pretty good. I think it's actually the Golden Tornado. It's singular, even though it's plural in the program. All right, let's look at scoring in the first half. We'll start with Chanute. They were led by Corbett Kimberlin, the 6-foot senior. He had 7 points. 6 for Nate Audis on a couple of threes in the second quarter. No, they weren't led by Kimberlin. I lied about that. Ty Bowman had 8. So Bowman had 8 all in the first quarter. Then Kimberlin 7. 6 for Audis and 4 for Braden Frederick. Tigers did have more balanced scoring than last night, but not enough of it. Brock Smith had 7, but then ended up on the bench. All of his points were in the first quarter, and then he went to the bench early in the second quarter and spent most of the second period there because of foul trouble. So 7 for Brock Smith, 5 for Trent Rackley, 4 for Race Looney, 3 for Cole Buxton. He came off the bench and got a 3. Joe Rexrode had 2 on a pair of free throws, and Nate Wolford had 2 as well. So a couple of things stand out about that first half score sheet. First is that Smith got all his points in the first quarter and then had to sit on the bench. And the second is that Drew McMillan didn't score. So the way he's been scoring lately, you take all of his points out of the equation and you've got a chance against the Tigers, and that is what Chanute did in that first half. Game was tied 12-12 at the end of the first quarter. And then Chanute outscored Republic 13-11 in the second quarter to take a 2-point lead into halftime. One more game after this. That will be Andover Central, the Jaguars, who beat Republic last night against Olathe East. And Olathe East, or rather Olathe North. North is the team that beat Chanute last night. It was Olathe East that Republic's Lady Tigers beat at the Nixa Invitational on Friday night. So a couple of Olathe teams within the orbit of Republic in the last few days. Kind of a rare occasion. Gold Medal Gyms is where Republic athletes build a foundation for future success. Whether it's gymnastics, cheerleading, or tumbling, young athletes learn skills that prepare them to take on virtually any sport they choose. Sign up for your free trial at their facility at Highway 60 and Highway M. Gold Medal Gyms, raising the bar for Republic athletics. And thanks to Gold Medal Gyms for sponsoring our halftime show on basketball, on football, and all season long, and making these video broadcasts possible. Destiny Church wants to create a revolution through serving, and part of that is recognizing student athletes who are making a difference by volunteering. If you know a student athlete who's volunteered, email me at david@republictigersports.com, and they may be featured on our Servolution page, sponsored by Destiny Church and Republic Tiger Sports Magazine. Central Gas Propane is locally owned and operated with exceptional customer service when you need it most. They provide a level of service and communication that no other company can beat. Switch and save with Central Gas Propane. Call them at 725-3833 or visit their website at centralgasmo.com. And Black Lab Coffee is more than just amazing coffee. It's the locally owned coffee shop where you can drop in, be greeted by name, and enjoy a quiet place to work or some peaceful conversation. Black Lab Coffee at 545 East Elm Street in Republic. Tigers get the ball first to start the second half. Let's see if they can get the offense going a little bit here. And no, they had the ball stolen away by Manbeck, who stepped in front of a pass and then threw it out of bounds, and it is tipped and stays with Chanute. Official was indicating it was tipped, but I couldn't tell for sure where he said it was tipped by. So Chanute gets it. Gets the turnover on the very first possession by the Tigers in the third quarter. Open from three. Allward takes the shot, missed it, and Smith with the rebound. Bounces it to Rackley on the baseline. Kind of had to chase it down, got off balance, decided to pull it back out. McMillan to Rackley. Now to Smith. Smith, one-on-one, takes it down the lane, puts it up off the glass and in. Nice little one-handed shot. He's got 9, and we're tied 25-23. Tied 25-25. Camera operator Jesse Brazil made a face when I said that. I was writing down the previous score as I talked and got confused. Tied 25-25. Smith down the lane, off the glass, got it in. Was almost past the basket when he put it in, but 4 quick points by Brock Smith. He's got 11 now, and it's 27-25 Tigers. Quick three at the other end is no good. Looney with the board. Tigers look to run. 3-on-2. Looney takes it all the way. Finger roll, missed it. Tried the underhanded layup and just couldn't get it to go. And then out of bounds, turnover by Chanute. Went off the fingertips of Michael Allward. And a timeout on the floor, I think called by Chanute. Yep. So Max Ruart wants a timeout. He doesn't like the way this first half has opened. Farmers Insurance has been providing quality, affordable insurance since 1928. In Republic, Farmers Agent Nathan Dixon has a game plan for all your insurance needs. That's Farmers Agent Nathan Dixon. Call him at 732-2900. It's easier than ever to get your Rocco's Pizza fix. Place your order online at roccositaliankitchen.net or with one tap inside the Republic Tiger Sports mobile app. Rocco's Italian Kitchen. Pizza, pasta, perfection. And Tigers have the ball back, leading by 2. They've scored 4 straight points to open the second half. Get it to Smith in the lane, looked inside, and then threw it back out to McMillan. Now McMillan is going to drive around his man. Finger roll, scoop shot, up and in. First points for McMillan, and if he gets going, the Tigers are in good shape. 3 at the other end is good. Quick answer by Nate Audis. He's got 3 threes, and that was big. Down at the other end, shot no good. Manbeck guarded by McMillan, gets it off to Bowman, and Bowman fouled on the way up. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Now called on Rackley, 2 on him. First foul of the half on the Tigers. Made it, we're tied. Missed the second one, and foul against Chanute as Duval had Kimberlin blocked out. Kimberlin came up over behind him and pushed him. And the student section for the Blue Comets not very happy. McMillan cut off. He's going to take the shot. Forced it up, but got the foul. Kimberlin committed the foul. Kimberlin played good defense. And I said that was McMillan, but it was Looney. Looney just stayed with it, found an opening to the basket, put it up, and missed the first free throw. So one more coming for Looney. He's got 4 points, trying to give the Tigers the lead. It's 29 apiece right now, with 4:59 left in the third quarter. This is going to be a slog, I can tell, down the stretch. Second one's good. The way the third quarter started, I thought, well, maybe the Tigers are going to start to build a lead and put some distance between themselves and Chanute, but Chanute has answered so far. And now travel. And a little knee stuck out there and a foul called against Manbeck. 2 on Manbeck. And Tigers will throw it in on the sideline. Official wasn't very happy with the response by Kimberlin and Manbeck after the foul was called. Howard is going to check in, and checking out is Manbeck. .435 left in the third. Tigers a 1-point lead in the ball. Smith, turnaround jumper in the lane, banks it home. So Brock Smith has 6 in the quarter. It's a 3-point lead, but now down to a 1-point lead. Howard hit the shot, and a miss at the other end by the Tigers. So just like that, Chanute, another chance to take the lead. They're going to take a quick three, and it's out of bounds off of Chanute. So great. Foul on McMillan. And now 2 quick ones on McMillan. He's got 3, so that hurts. Rexford checks in and didn't get in quite in time. First free throw is good by Kimberlin. Missed the second one. And so we're tied again, 32 apiece. 3:40 left in the third quarter. Three by Rackley, no good. Chanute goes back the other way. Long three is good by Nate Audis. Audis has 4 threes, and it's a 3-point lead for Chanute. Buxton lobs it down to Smith, who gathers it in and lays it up. Nice touch 8 points in the quarter. Down to a 1-point lead for the Blue Comets. And Smith knocked the ball away. And then Buxton goes down and a foul called against Chanute. Not sure about that call against the Blue Comets. I'm not sure there was contact or if Buxton just fell, but Bowman gets kind of a tough luck call. 2 on him. 3rd foul on Chanute. Rexroth near the top of the key, throws it to Looney. Now to Smith in the corner. Fires it to Rackley, top of the key to Looney. Back to Smith. He's going to drive, turn around at the free throw line, missed the shot, left it short, got his own rebound, floated it up too long, and the rebound to Ty Bowman. Garrett Allman thought about a long three. Audis guarded by Rexroth. Now down the lane. Up off the glass and in. Michael Alward. Chance for a three-point play. And if he hits the free throw, it'll be a 4-point lead. And I think that might be the biggest of the night if it happens for Chanute. Tim Brown wants a timeout. 149 or 148 left to go in the third quarter. And it's 37-34 Chanute. Southern Sun Electric is a proud sponsor of the Classroom Spotlight. They encourage all student athletes not to settle for just good enough on the field, on the court, or in the classroom. Keep pushing yourself to higher levels and go Repo from Southern Sun Electric. Vision Health Eye Center. Outstanding eye care, exceptional eyewear. From glasses, prescriptions, and contact lens fittings to emergency eye care, they help your family see, feel, and look better than they ever have before. Check them out online at visionhealtheyecenter.com. And since 1986, Yoakum Automotive has been the hometown auto repair shop you can trust. Schedule an appointment online with them at yoakumautomotive.com. Free throw coming up for Michael Alward. Made it. He's got 5. And a 4-point lead is the biggest of the night for Chanute, I believe. Rexroth cut off. Now to Rackley. Rackley goes around the defender, reaches back, and lays it off the glass. That's a nice move by Rackley. 38-36. Audis a 3. Missed that one. Didn't really set his feet. Kind of was moving. And the Tigers are going to slow it up a little bit with a little over a minute left to go in the quarter. And they just hold it for 1. Smith says, if you're not going to come out and guard me, I'll just stand here with the ball on my hip. Trailing by 2. Now they start to move with 35 seconds left, but still no move toward the bucket. And to 24 seconds left. Buxton has it. Throws it to Rackley and now to Looney with 13. Now to 7. Looney has it poked away, picks it back up, poked away again. Takes it to the lane, hangs in the air, leaves it short, puts up a follow, no good. And the Tigers can't convert on their final possession. And so at the end of 3 quarters, it's 38-36. Blue Comets clinging to a 2-point lead. Both teams scored 13 points in that third quarter. Here's a slam dunk for your family budget. Combine your home and auto insurance and save money with State Farm agent Sarah Rader. Call her at 732-1414 or find her online at sarahrader.com. That's State Farm agent Sarah Rader at 732-1414. And whether you have a hole in your roof or you're missing a single shingle, you know who to call in Republic. It's Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing. Give them a call at 869-0444 or find them online at absoluteroofers.com. Shadut gets the ball first here in the fourth quarter, leading by 2. Tigers just haven't been able to get things going offensively. They played a good defensive game. Long three is no good. Rolled off the rim, and a weak side rebound by Brock Smith. Holds it top of the key. Ball movement hasn't been as crisp maybe as it had been recently. Ball knocked away and Buxton managed to track it down. So Tigers really slowing things down. And Jaden Duval is going to drive in and lay it up and in. Nice move by Jaden Duval, and we're tied. So Duval saw an opening and he just took it. Jump stop in the lane, off the glass, too hard. Smith with the rebound. Gets bumped and foul called against Chanute. Frederick commits the foul. 2 on him. 15 points for Brock Smith, 7 for Rackley, 5 for Looney to this point, 3 for Buxton, 2 each for McMillan, for Rexroth, and for Wolford. Tied at 38, fourth quarter. 6:29 left in the game. Smith. Man went flying, no call. And he just calmly laid it up and in with his defender on the floor. I think that was a little bit of an acting job on the contact. Wasn't much complaint from the Chanute fans that there was no whistle. And down the lane. And Duval had to foul him. There was no help there for Duval. You can see Smith kind of and Kimberlin hits the first free throw. He's got 9, so does Ty Bowman. The second free throw good. We're tied at 40. Duval baseline jumper, good. Duval open in the corner, and he hit it. So Duval with 4 points, and it's 42-40 Tigers. McMillan tried to reach around and knock the ball away and almost got it away from Bowman. Now in the corner, a 3 is up and good. It's 43-42 as Bowman hit the shot. Pull-up jumper by McMillan is too hard off the back iron. Tipped and kept alive by Rackley on the floor and saved by Chanute. So with 5 minutes remaining exactly, Chanute gets it back. And a whistle and a foul called on the floor, and Brock Smith says, "What'd I do?" Let's see if we can see. picked up the third foul. Ball stolen away, and Looney comes away with it. So the Tigers get the turnover. Down the lane, ball is knocked away. And a foul called against Kimberlin. Reached in and slapped it away. It got a little bit of arm, and Smith will have a chance to tie it up and give the Tigers a lead if he makes them both. Smith has 17. First free throw is good. Nothing but net. Ties it up again. And he made them both. And swished them both. 44-43 Tigers. They lob it to Bowman, working on Duval. Little hook in the lane is good. And Chanute retakes the lead. 45-44. Duval is going to drive, cut off, throws it to Smith. And the Tigers reset. Rackley open from three. Missed it off the back iron, and it hit the standard hanging down from the ceiling. So that's out of bounds, and Chanute gets it back with 4:05 left in the game, leading by 1. And a foul called, I don't know, maybe on Jaden Duval, I'm not sure. Jaden Duval disgusted. Something about Jaden Duval has had these officials thinking he has committed lots of fouls this weekend. He's had a lot of problems with the officials. Not in the sense that he's being disrespectful to them, just that he's had a lot of fouls called on him in a short amount of time. First free throw is good by Bowman, and he's got one more. When Bowman is scoring, Chanute is pretty good offensively, and he's been scoring in the fourth quarter, and it's back to a 3-point lead for the Blue Comets, 47-44. 3:51 left in the game. McMillan drives, and a block. That's a good call. Almond kind of slid over in front of him and wasn't set and bumped him, and McMillan will go to the line with 3:41 left. First free throw is good by McMillan. Only 3 points for McMillan. Makes both free throws, though. Now he's got 4. That's 47-46. Chanute with a 1-point lead. 3:36 left. Shot fake from a long three, and now they hand it off to Audis up near the top. Now a long three by Kimberlin is no good off the back of the iron. Looney knocked down, no call, but Buxton comes away with it. 3:12 left in the game. Tigers with a chance to take the lead again, trailing 47-46. McMillan open and passed up a shot. Defense closed faster than I think I realized it was going to, and McMillan couldn't get the shot off. Smith's going to take a long three, and he hit it! Brock Smith drains the long three. And the Tigers lead by 2, 49-47 with 2:45 left. Brock Smith comes up big. Foul called against the Tigers. Reach there. Bowman's going to shoot 1-1. Or rather, Audis is going to shoot 1-1. Hit the first one. Audis has 4 threes plus that free throw, so 13 points for him. And he missed that one, so a 1-point lead in the ball for the Tigers. McMillan throws it to Looney. Looney drives the lane, jump shot, elevates, can't get the shot to go, left it short. And Chanute with a chance to tie or take the lead. Watch for Audis coming around a screen on the three-point line. Bowman into the lane. And a foul called against Brock Smith. So free throws coming up. Bowman made the first free throw to tie the game. 49 apiece, 1:59 left in the game. Missed the second one. And we're tied at 49 with 1:55 left. Tigers have the ball. Rackley steps inside the arc and hits a free throw line jumper. So Trent Rackley comes up with a big bucket. He's got 9. 51-49 Tigers. .125 left. They will shoot from long range. Kimberlin passed one up just a minute ago. Working on Looney, takes it down the lane, and foul called against the Tigers on the floor. First foul on Looney, but that's 10 team fouls on the Tigers. First one's good. 1-point lead for Republic. Kimberlin has 11, and Tim Brown calls timeout. 1:14 left to go. 51-50 Tigers. One more free throw coming up for Kimberlin. Five on the floor for Republic when we come back are Brock Smith, Drew McMillan, Cole Buxton, Trent Rackley, and Race Looney. Championship game coming after this. That will be Andover Central against Olathe North. Brock Smith has 22 points tonight of Republic's 50. Rackley has 9, including a big bucket just a minute ago. Duval has 4 fourth quarter points, and those came at much needed times. 5 for Looney, 4 for McMillan, and 2 for Rexroad, and 2 for Wolford. Free throw attempt to try to tie the game for Corbett Kimberlin. And it's good. Kimberlin's 4 for 4 on free throws in the fourth quarter. And with 1:10 left, let's see if the Tigers try to hold it. They held it for a minute at the end of the third quarter. And that time, Chanute pretty much led them. And then ended up missing the shot. This time, Chanute will try to make it a little more difficult on Republic. Now to 45 seconds left. Man-to-man defense for the Blue Comets, and the Tigers just running a little weave up top. Let's see if they go out to trap. Nope, they got in a little trouble, and Rackley called a timeout. You could tell Tim Brown had told his players to just run the clock as long as you can. If you have any trouble at all, we've got plenty of timeouts, and that's what happened. So tied at 51. What a game here in Chanute. You can see all the championships, whether conference championships, regional championships, for all the sports on the far wall. And there are a couple of state championships up there, including a 1935 boys basketball state championship. And it looks like volleyball is the sport where Chanute has had its most success, at least the most kind of low-level championships. No state listings up there. So here we go with 31.1 seconds left. Tigers have the ball and a chance to win it. Down to 21 left. And now to 12. McMillan with the ball. Goes around a pick from Smith. Has it poked away. It's stolen. 3 seconds left. 2 left. Ball stolen back. And we are going to go to overtime. So the ball got knocked away. But the Tigers got back on defense in time to save. Really have an option for an overtime on my scoreboard, so I guess we'll call this the fifth quarter, fifth period. So we are in overtime. Tigers had it for a minute, held it for a minute, couldn't get a shot. And the championship game is going to have to wait a little while longer. So we'll jump center again, and the Tigers will win the tip. They get the ball first here in overtime. 4 minutes on the clock in overtime. The crowd, student section over on the far side, making a lot of noise. And the Tigers will try to get something going here, tied at 51. Rackley in the corner to Looney, between a seam and the zone. Now to Smith, puts up a three, and he hit it. Brock Smith comes up big. And a missed shot at the other end. And the Tigers get it back. And now a blocking foul against Chanute. And the Chanute students don't like that one. Kimberlin commits his fourth. Neither team real happy with the officiating in this one. Looney at the line. And he made the first one, banged it home. Made them both. Nothing but net on the second one. And it's a 5-point lead for the Tigers, and that's the biggest lead they've had since early on. They may not have ever led by 5. So a 5-0 start to the overtime period, and couldn't have started any better for the Tigers. Now let's see if Chanute answers. Little running one-hander in the lane, a foul called on Republic, and it'll be 2 shots coming up. Let's see, I think it's on Grace Looney. Second foul on Looney. And he made them both. So back down to a 3-point lead. .235 left to go in overtime. And Rackley in the lane and did not go. Did everything but go through and fell out. Would have given the Tigers a 5-point lead again. Duval guarding Kimberlin. Into the lane, now a shot fake by Bowman into the lane, and a foul called against Brock Smith. Don't know about that. And the first one's good. Made them both. So it's 56-55 with 1:45 remaining in overtime. Tigers scored the first 5 of overtime. Now 4 in a row by Chanute. Jump stop in the lane. Looney gathered it in and hit the shot. Great move by Looney. Gives the Tigers a 3-point lead and a timeout called by the Blue Comets. So Looney had the ball kind of knocked away from him as he went up, and he had the presence of mind on the way up to gather it in and still hit the shot. And it's a 3-point lead for Republic with 1:19 left in overtime. .25 points for Brock Smith tonight. Nine for Looney now. He's got 4 in the overtime. 9 for Rackley. 4 for McMillan. 3 for Buxton, 2 for Rexstroke, 4 for Duval, and 2 for Wolford. $17 for Bowman for Chanute. Kimberlin has 12 for the Golden Eagles. Golden Comets, not the Golden Comets. I'm all confused. It's the Blue Comets and the Golden Tornadoes. I don't know where the Eagles came from. It's the Olathe North Eagles. Got scrambled around in my brain. 1:11 left. 3-point lead for Republic, but Chanute with the ball. Shot fake, and now a three is up, and it is short, and Rackley with a rebound. Kimberlin missed it, and the Tigers get the board with under a minute to go, and now Tim Brown wants a timeout. Brock Smith back out there, and I think that's the primary reason for the timeout, to get Brock Smith back on the floor. He was sitting down on defense with 4 fouls to make sure he would remain out there. And it's a full timeout, so the Tigers will take a seat on the bench. If it's a 30-second timeout, they've got to stand up. But they sat down, so that means, and it may be that he doesn't have any 30-second timeouts, so he just took the full. It was tied at 12 after the first quarter. It was 25-23 Chanute at halftime. The Blue Comets led 38-36 after 3, and the Tigers outscored them 15-13 in the fourth quarter to tie the game and force overtime, 51-51. Republic will have the ball, leading by 3 with 57.6 seconds remaining. Olathe North and Andover Central waiting patiently at either end of the court. They lob it into Rackley, and a little pressure and a little hand check foul will send Looney to the line at the other end. 52 seconds left, so 5 seconds burned. Kind of surprised they started fouling so soon. Thought they might play defense. Smith's going to check out. Buxton back in, and he'll be back in the next time the Tigers have a ball and have an opportunity to get him in there. First free throw, no good. Looney missed it, and Chanute has it back, trailing by 3. 47 seconds left. And they've hit some threes tonight. Audis, number 11, is one of them, and Kimberlin has hit one as well. Bowman has hit a couple. Bowman goes down the lane, muscles it up over Buxton and in, and a timeout. Bowman's had a big game. He's got 21, and he cuts the lead to 1, 58-57. 31.1 seconds left in overtime. And I would assume that Chanute would be planning to foul again. Smith will be back in there when play resumes. It'll be Smith, Rackley, Duval, Looney, and McMillan. This is about what you would expect of a game where you go take a long trip on the road to a tournament. You end up playing the hometown team. Enthusiastic crowd, and bleachers are packed over on this side, and good enthusiastic student section over on the other side. So Tigers are going to have to hit some free throws to take care of business here. Leading by 1, 58-57 with 31.1 seconds left. Looney throws it into Rackley, and Rackley is fouled in the backcourt with 28 seconds left. So we walk to the other end. 2 free throws for Rackley. Double bonus for the Tigers. He's got 9 points. And the first one's good. Banged it home. And it's 59-57. Tigers pulled back off the line, but Rackley made them both. Clutch free throws by Trent Rackley. And it's a 3-point lead again, 60-57. Manbeck driving on McMillan, gives it up. 15 seconds left. Bowman hands it off. And a timeout called by Chanute's Max Ruark. So the Blue Comets will take a quick timeout. And draw up one last play. It's a full timeout. They have been running on time pretty much the entire tournament, but I guess they could still start on time. They left 20 minutes between games, and so that has helped them run on time, but double overtime is never going to, that's not going to allow that. So if this goes to double overtime, the championship game is going to be starting a little late. All right, here we go. 11.2 left. And Chanute trailing by 3. Get it into Manbeck. And a foul on the floor. Race Looney committed the foul, and that was the plan. So they committed the foul so he wouldn't have a chance to commit the three-pointer. Didn't get the three-point shot off, and Kimberlin goes to the line to shoot 2, and it'll be interesting to see what happens here with 5.7 seconds left. He hit the first one. 5.7 left is probably enough. He's going to make it rather than having to miss it on purpose. And Tim Brown calls a timeout. So, down to the other end, it's 60-58. And this is just a 30-second timeout. Whether you have a hole in your roof or you're missing a single shingle, you know who to call in Republic. It's Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing. Give them a call at 869-0444 or find them online at absoluteroofers.com. And State Farm Insurance is there anytime, anywhere you need it with helpful advice and award-winning service. In Republic, call Chris Yoakum at 732-1463 or go online at chrisyoakum.com and get to a better state. All right, here we go. One more free throw coming up. And he made them both. So it's 60-59, and guess what? Another timeout. Nope, I guess they didn't have a timeout. So I guess they just had a substitution. So 5.7 left. And we got a couple of guys coming in who haven't been in the whole game, so you know the fouls are coming. That's why they're in there. They bounce it into McMillan, and McMillan fouled quickly after a half second ran off the clock. 5.2 remaining, and McMillan goes to the other end to shoot free throws. Tigers won't even go along the lane, at least for the first shot. Tim Brown wants to talk to them about the strategy here. It's 60-59, and the sophomore steps to the line. Had a rough night offensively, but he made the first. And he's got one more. 5.2 left. And a timeout called by Chanute. Haven't been keeping track of the timeouts, but I think when you add on the timeouts they added in overtime, they must have had, each had 7 or 8 to start. There's been a lot of timeouts. Did you know High Street Pharmacy will deliver prescriptions right to your door, or that they can often save you money compared to the big box pharmacies? High Street Pharmacy. Experience the hometown difference. And any day's a great day to send flowers. Heaven Sent Flowers and Gifts has been your local florist in Republic since 1987, offering free local delivery. Call them at 732-1334 or go online to heavensentflowers.com. Well, another break is over, and another free throw coming up for Drew McMillan. .2 seconds left. Tigers leading by 2. Looney is on the lane. Everybody else is back. McMillan made them both. So it's a 3-point lead. And Looney's just going to pressure the ball coming up, and he fouls again. And they're going to give him three free throws. So that is actually, I think, if but there's no way he was shooting a half-court shot, I don't think. He was getting ready to pass it. Well, let's see what happens. Kimberlin has been good at the line so far, but he's got 3 coming. He makes the first. 1.4 seconds left. Makes the second. And now to tie. Yep, he hit all 3. Tim Brown, not happy, has words with the official. And with 1.4 seconds left, the Tigers will huddle up and try to draw something up. So credit to Kimberlin, whether he was shooting or not. When the foul was committed, after the whistle blew, he kind of made a motion like he had been shooting. And then he stepped up and hit the shot. So we're tied with 1.4 left, and unless the Tigers can do something in this final second plus, we will be going to double overtime in this third place game. So, Trent Rackley is deep. Jaden Duvall's going to throw it in. He can run the baseline. Throws it into McMillan. Heaves the shot. It is short. And we go to double overtime. So each team scored 11 points. In the overtime, the Tigers scored the first 5, but Chanute fought back. And we go to double overtime, tied 62-62. I am running out of room on my score sheet to keep track of everybody's points, especially the guys like Brock Smith. Smith has 25. Boy, Looney was guarding, and, in hindsight, if he'd have fouled him just a little bit earlier, when he's coming up the sideline, it, wouldn't have been any question. But I'm sure Looney in his head and I'm sure that the discussion was, let him run as much of the clock down before you foul him, but foul them before they're set up for a shot, which is why he fouled him at half court, not realizing that the call would be, it was a 3-shot foul. So Kimberlin was 5 for 5 from the free throw line in the overtime period. And we've got 4 more minutes on the clock. And the tip controlled by Republic again. So Smith won the tip all 3 times. Smith trying to post up. Couldn't find him. Thought about a 3. Now Duval, one dribble, throws to Rackley, now to Smith. Now Looney on a curl, throws it, baseline jumper for Duval, and he hit it. Same spot on the floor as before. And Duval has 6 points. (64-62) Tigers. Tigers haven't trailed in overtime yet. Down the lane, and a foul called against Duval, and they tee up Jaden Duval. Duval made a motion like, I can't believe it's a foul, and they teed him up. So, after the 3-shot foul at the end of overtime, now we'll have more free throws by Chanute. So Kimberlin goes back to the line. Makes the first. And you can see in the foreground Tim Brown having a discussion with one of the officials about something, and now Kimberlin misses one. And the second one went down. So we're tied. And now he shoots what I think is the last one. And he hit it. So Chanute takes a 1-point lead, 65-64. Jaden Duval has fouled out. And now Chanute gets the ball back after the technical. Three minutes left in double overtime. A drive and a layup by Kimberlin. And the lead is 3, 67-64. Now the Tigers will have to be a little more proactive on the offensive end. Down low, and a foul called against Brock Smith, and he's going to get a tee if he's not careful. But Smith was trying to post up. Into the other end for more free throws. So Bowman goes to the line. And they say that's a player control foul, so we don't go to the line. Instead, Chanute takes the ball to the other end. 2:30 left in overtime. Chanute with a 3-point lead in the ball. Tigers playing without Brock Smith and without Jaden Duval. Bowman to Kimberlin. Just running some clock. Leading by 3, down to just over 2 minutes left in the second overtime period. Cut off, and they give it to Bowman. Tigers still playing tight defense, trying to trap now. They do, and they get it off to Bowman. Down to 1:40 left. Looney tries for the steal. Now they throw it to man back over on the far sideline. 1:26 remaining. Ball tipped, out of bounds, touched last by Rexroth. 1:17 remaining. Tigers only down by 1 possession, so not really a need to foul if they could get a steal. And besides, Chanute has been very good at the line. Lob it all the way up top, and a foul called on Buxton. And Buxton looks around in confusion. But they were going to have to foul anyway. So Bowman at the line. And he missed it. If he misses this one, it remains a 1-possession game. And he did. So the Tigers still alive with 1:15 left. Wouldn't that be something after the way this second overtime period started? Looney's going to drive in, float over the front of the rim, no good, but Buxton with the board. Tigers are really going at it. Now there goes McMillan, and he missed the layup. It just fell off the front of the rim, but he got fouled and goes to the line. First free throw is good by Drew McMillan. And it's 67-65. One more. And he missed it. Tigers will pressure in the backcourt. 52 seconds left. They lob it up to Manbeck, and Manbeck is fouled by Looney. That's 5 on Looney. So, Duval, Smith, and Looney have all fouled out now. Wolford checks in. And Manbeck at the line. No points for the 5'10 senior. And he missed the first free throw. So, it'll be a 3-point game at the worst if the Tigers get the rebound. So he made one. 68-65. 45 seconds left. Tigers have been a little more aggressive the last couple possessions. Again, Smith on the bench along with Duval and Looney. Wolford to Buxton. Now to McMillan. And they're trying to free up McMillan for a 3 around some screens. And Buxton almost threw it away, but McMillan tracked it down with 13 seconds left. Down to 10 left. Contact. Shot is no good. No foul called at this end. And a breakaway by Chanute. A foul by Buxton to reach in with 1 second left. But the contact not called down here with McMillan taking the shot. And Chanute is going to escape with the victory. And that's 5 fouls on Buxton. So 4 players have fouled out for the Tigers. It gives you any indication of how the game has gone. And remaining on the floor, McMillan and Rackley, Rexroth, Wolford, and one more. Well, there may not be one more. They're going to finish it with 4. So, 4 have fouled out and 4 are left. Free throw is good by Audis. And this has been quite an experience. And I think the Tigers probably won't be coming back to Kansas anytime soon as they lose in double overtime. 70-65, the final score. What a game. But the Tigers didn't have quite enough at the end as 4 Tigers fouled out. And in overtime, I believe in the 2 overtime periods, Chanute made just 2 field goals, but they come away with a victory. Final score 70-65. Great game for Brock Smith when he was in there. He finished with, I think, 25. Hard to read my scribbling there at the end of the sheet. There's so much going on at the end of the game. But that is Republic's leading scorer, 25 points for Brock Smith. And Chanute wins the 3rd place game. We're going to wrap up the broadcast and get on the road back to Republic. But once again, the final, Chanute 70, Republic 65 in double overtime. Thanks for watching Tiger Basketball on Republic Tiger Sports.